Hi, I'm Kelly. As a life coach, I've noticed that the work I do with people isn't about their relationships or their jobs. It isn't about their kids or even how to find a way to get all the laundry done. All the work we do together centers around finding the answer to one simple question. What does it mean to live a fulfilled life? Join me as I explore this question and more in conversation with others in the Fulfilling Life interviews with me, Kelly Dahl, as your host. Hello, it's Kelly, and I'm here talking fulfillment today with Michelle Pfennighaus. Michelle, it's so wonderful to talk to you face to face this morning and talk about what it means to live a fulfilled life. Big subject to cover today. First, I want to start with giving you a chance to tell everybody who you are and the wonderful, wonderful work you do in this world.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me, Kelly. This is lovely. And as I mentioned earlier, it gave me a great reason to do my hair. I work from home and my business is called FindYourBalanceHealth.com. So I do holistic health coaching and I've been at it for about 5 years now. Kind of transitioned from the busy single woman life to the mom life. And that's sort of where my work is right now.
It's a big shift, isn't it? So you get to ease into it, though, which is helpful, right? And I feel like I'm still learning. I'm 7 years into the motherhood game, but I'm definitely still learning how to be a mom and balancing everything. But I want to share that I also benefit from your work as a business coach, too, through Mama Coach Circle, which is a wonderful resource for business owners as well. So I'm thrilled to have you here and talking about what it means to live a fulfilled life. And it's been so much fun hearing from a variety of people what that means for them. And I'm thrilled to hear what fulfillment means to you. So Michelle, what does it look like to live a fulfilled life for you?
Well, I think it's one of those things that is best understood when you're doing the opposite. So not sure for everybody watching this, or even for you, Kelly, there was that time in my life where I was the opposite of fulfilled, right? I was pissed off most of the time, and that's never a good sign. I was doing work I hated. I was hanging out with people I didn't really feel good around. I would say it was the total opposite. So for me, living a fulfilled life is doing a 180 from that world and starting to be selfish in a way. Really do things that work for me. Yeah. And it can sound kind of cocky, I guess. When you start living and doing things that are in line with, who you are, what you really like, what you really want, not what you're supposed to like, or what you've gone to school for, or who they tell you you're supposed to be, things get a lot more fulfilling, get a lot less pissed off.
Yeah, and I think often it takes being in a place where you know that it's not that at all, like you hate it and you're pissed off and you're angry or you don't feel good and you're sick, and all of those things can help motivate you to think, wait a second, I don't think this is what life is supposed to be like. Let me figure out what it is that fills me up and makes me feel good, separate from all those shoulds, right? Like the selfishness is thinking about what is yours and what you enjoy, as opposed to those shoulds of what other people like or what your degree says you should do or what society respects and values. And sometimes it does take...
That's a big one.
It takes feeling bad to get you to that place. So if being in a bad place helped you to find fulfillment, what what are some of the actual things that do fill you up now? If you were in that place that was bad, right? Bad job, bad friends. What are some of the beacons of light in your life now that do fill you up more?
Well, I married a man that by all means I shouldn't have. Long story. But if you were my friend 8 years ago or 10, however long ago it was, you would have said, no, don't marry him. I married him. Beacon of light in my life. I changed careers, right? I left my very well-paying, I don't want to say prestigious, but I had the window office, I had the growth potential, blah blah blah. I left all of that for a career that, again, if you were my friend, you probably would have told me, don't do that. And I've made decisions along the way that are probably the wrong decisions. So these things now are what bring me fulfillment, though, because they were the right decision for me, and there was no easy way of knowing. Sometimes you're just listening for what your gut is telling you, and that pays off, because my gut still tells me that these were the best decisions I could have made, and these are the things that fulfill me, every day.
Yeah, and it is. It's hard to listen to that, but when you get to the other side and you follow it, it then makes so much sense, right? Because it's right.
And these were like the big thing. Those are some big examples, but
right.
It's that pattern of thinking, what's really going to serve me, when we decided just, where you live and what you're going to buy at the grocery store and where you're going to buy your clothes. I mean, just all these everyday things too, like really make the difference between feeling fulfilled or not. Yeah. So when you're making those decisions, and trying to be on that path of living a fulfilled life, what are some of the things that get in your way with big things and even with the small day-to-day things as well? I would say fear of what other people will think is huge. You only have your own life experience, and when you're growing, and other people who've been through that life phase are looking at you, sometimes their advice can really run against what your gut is telling you. So that's a big challenge. And fear of money, not having enough money to make certain choices. Can I afford to buy the grass-fed, 100% grass-fed beef, or should I make other options? There's a lot of fear of, should I do what I know is right? I send my son to a disgustingly expensive preschool, and I don't even think somehow we're affording it. But I still don't quite believe that we do. but it feels good. It's that's the money thing comes up so often, deterring you away from the things that are really gonna make you feel good and really solid in your decisions. So that's a big challenge, I think, for a lot of us.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think too, the judgment, right? The fear of what other people are gonna think goes right along with the money too. Are people going to think I'm being stupid for paying so much more for a pound of grass-fed beef? Does it, then you question it yourself. Is it really going to make a difference? Is it really that important? And does the more expensive preschool really make my son a better kid? Or, all those you question because other people question. And those obstacles, you can't see them, right? But they're right there pretty continuously. So what helps you to get past that when you have maybe judgment from acquaintances or friends or family members or all of the above, or when you feel that fear of, can we really afford this? Is it worth it? What helps you get through those questions?
That's a good question. Well, I'm a little bit of a bitch by nature. So part of me does not care or doesn't want to care what someone else thinks, and I get a little about it. That helps. I think you have to be a little bit of a bitch and believe in what you believe in and be willing to tell someone, screw off, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all part of standing up for yourself. But I think what really has helped me is practice. So you make one decision that was tough and it works out really well, and other people are like, wow, I can't believe you did that. And they're all like admiring you for that stupid thing you did, they would have told you a year ago. So once you kind of have seen that pattern of the doubt, other people's doubt, your own doubt, and then doing it anyway, and then like how awesome it is and how proud you are of yourself, and other people are like, want to be like you, and all asking you questions about it, and it kind of fuels the next big decision. It really helps.
Yeah, definitely. Just like our kids, right? Learning to walk, and they get up again and they get more confident, and then they're running, and then they're kicking balls and doing all sorts of fun stuff, right? It's so I think we can look at our kids as good reminders of that. We don't experience it as much, but we get to we do have the opportunity to experience that trying new things and having success and having people cheer for us if we listen closely enough. And I like,
that they don't teach us, by the way, because I'm shocked. My son's 2, so I have now just 2 years of experience with this, relearning everything I thought I knew. Mm-hmm. And I'm forever grateful that this is going to continue.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I like how you said you're a little bit of a bitch, like you stand up for yourself, and I don't think of you in like a bitchy way, but I think of that as confidence, right? And people will call it being a bitch, but it's believing in what you believe in a way that's strong and self-assured. So what are some of the things that you have in your life that feed that confidence? Because I know, at least for myself, there are a lot of pieces to that puzzle that help me stand up for what I believe in. So I'm curious, what are some of those things for you that help you feel your best so that you can be confident in what you believe?
It's, I think, a huge part of how we're raised. I attribute most of my bitchiness to my mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Good way, Mom. I do, she didn't waver when somebody said, oh, this is what you should do with your daughter. Oh, this is what you should serve for dinner. She did what she knew was right. End of story. And I certainly wasn't arguing with it, or I could argue, but to this day, she'll maintain that she's right, and she really usually is. Or I just keep finding that out. I think the confidence that is modeled for us as we come of age is huge. So I hope that I can do that, for my son as well. I think the other thing that really helps me is clarity of mind. I know that's kind of vague, but when I was drinking, a couple cups of coffee a day and eating frozen lean cuisines for lunch and just generally not taking care of myself, I had no spiritual or mind-body practice of any kind. My decisions were kind of based in that.
Yeah.
I wasn't solid, I wasn't grounded, I really wasn't thinking for myself. And then you waver, then you're not sure, then you can't really stand up for yourself. You go around just doing what everyone else is doing. What do they call it? Being a sheeple. We become sheeple.
Oh, I like that. I don't think I've heard that before, but I like that.
Yeah, someone just said that recently to me, and it really made sense, Yeah. That's what the advertising wants us all to be.
Right.
Okay, everyone's doing it, I'm going to do it too.
Right, like the fit, pretty business girl eating her lean cuisines and walking along with the herd of sheep.
Tag on the shoulder. And
the right shoes and the right hair and all of that. But then you think, well, what are my right shoes? right? What makes me feel good? And that shift, which can start anywhere, can make all the difference. And it continues to grow, doesn't it? Like I find that the more you do it, like you said, the practice of it makes it that much stronger. It makes you so much more grounded in what you believe. So you can just stand up. You don't have to go along with the herd, right?
They don't even want you anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Right, exactly.
You're like,
exactly.
Someone's telling me I shouldn't be doing this? I can't listen. I'm too busy following the crowd.
Yeah. Well, Michelle, your strength and your pride and confidence is really intoxicating, and it's great to be around and talk to you about it. And it's such a good lesson for learning how to live a fulfilled life. And I thank you for sharing it with everybody today. It's been really wonderful to talk with you about what fulfillment means to you. Do you have any last thoughts you want to share on what has helped you, or what might help somebody who's watching to begin that path, or to continue on the path to their own fulfillment?
I think getting support, whether it's your yoga teacher, that you go to their class regularly and they really inspire you, or me now in my career, I'm looking to hire my own coaches and people to help me with my business and see my vision, stand with me in seeing my vision. I think you need the right support and surrounding yourself with the people who will lift you up. And there's just no place for the people who drag you down.
Yeah.
That's part of being a bitch.
I love it. I love that you use bitch with pride and selfish as a good thing. Kind of turning those, I love turning words on their heads and seeing them as wonderful things, because being selfish and being a bitch, it can get you to fulfillment, right?
That's the path.
That's the path. Be a bitch and be selfish, and you're right there.
There we go. You got it.
All right, Michelle, it's been so much fun talking with you. And can you tell everybody again where they can find you and learn more about your work? And I'll have links in your post as well.
Oh, sure. I'm online at findyourbalancehealth.com, and I'm on Facebook way too much. You can find me there too.
We all are a little too much over there, aren't we? But it's all good. Thank you again, Michelle. It's been so much fun talking with you today, and I look forward to continuing to relish in all of your work. So thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Bye-bye.
Bye.